I have something very important for you today. Let's start with the book's big thought. Everything in your life is a form of negotiation. Almost everything you speak with someone, there's a form of negotiation. So obviously, that's something that you want to be good at. And I'm here today to teach you what I learned from this amazing negotiator called Herb Cohen. Top 3 takeaways from this book is almost everything is negotiable. Right now, you might think that, okay, well, I go to this store and they have their prices. It's one price store. No. We'll change that mindset. Another thing is how to create real win-win situation. So that's the ultimate goal of negotiation. We want to have a situation when my needs are fulfilled and so are yours. That is the goal we have here. And then, obviously, how to not get fooled by those who are better than you on negotiation and or those, it says here Soviet style, you might not see it, but those who want to get extreme win-lose situation. Negotiation is a field of knowledge that focuses on gaining the favor of people from whom we want things. First of all, so we want to become a good negotiator, right? And we are not that yet. We have to get our feet wet. We have to go out there and negotiate. And not only negotiate to get better, but we want to learn knowledge how to do this all. And then we want to do trial, error, and learning. Let's start with a competition. I go to a store to buy a fridge. I create a form of competition when I say, I do like this fridge, but since in the other store there's 2 fridges which are like super good too, and they're much more cheaper. I just created competition, something that you should do. Don't lie, but create the competition, okay? Satisfy needs. So you want to figure out what are the needs of the other party. Okay, I go to the store and I want to buy this thing. And I hear that, oh, he says that he has a cash flow problem. Cash flow problem. So what he needs is cash. What I need a reasonable price. And I propose, I'll give you cash right now. Sale, you can ask, oh, when was the last sale? And when will the next sale come? Is it coming tomorrow? Oh, why don't you sell me it already with the sale price? It's just tomorrow. Flaws, you wanna, okay. Oh, so there is a scratch. Oh, and then like this doesn't work properly on the fridge. You wanna point out all this, map out all this, and understand the whole chessboard that you are playing in. Next one, what if? What if I buy this fridge and I also buy another fridge? I buy 2 fridges, one for me and one for my sister. What if I will not need this thing? You don't have to install it for me, example. What if? And then I figure out the prices and understand it more from there. Anything else? Will you install it to me? Will you give me a good guide how to use it? Hard closing. So sometimes we have to hard close. And the thing what we don't want to do this, what I'm saying right now. So we don't want to say, okay, here's the deal, take it or leave it. No. We have to cool that down a little bit. And how we're gonna do it? We wanna point out documents that will pinpoint so our price is the price that we should pay. And now we're talking like B2B, for example, and then regulations. We want to say that, oh, this regulation says that we shouldn't pay more than this. And these like documents and regulations, they are very, very powerful. Alternative choices. Let's imagine that I'm hiring someone. I say to them, I'll give you 20,000 euros per month. Okay? And then I could say also, I would want to pay you more, but I could give you either 17,000 euros per month or 20,000 euros per month. So when you give people a choice, what I'm pointing out over here, when you give them a choice, they will feel more better about themselves. Nibble. I go to a men's clothing store, I buy a 5,000 euro suit. I take their time, like they suit, okay, it's perfect, great. And then I ask, yes, okay, cool, could I have this tie too? It's 50 euros with the 5,000 price. I nibble over there because the price is much less than the 5,000 euro suit that I'm buying. Lack of authority. This is a thing that you should not do. So you should never negotiate with someone who lacks the authority because they cannot do nothing. They cannot do anything for you. Let's imagine there's a child, like helpless child. There's this human need, you want to help them. So if you are helpless, people will naturally want to help you. That doesn't work always but if you are helpless, that's definitely something that you shouldn't hide. I don't understand something that if you are talking to an expert and you don't understand what he's saying, you say, I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Could you explain it more clearly so I can understand? And then kind of what happens over there, so they are the expert, right? Like this. They come down a little bit to your level. So they will humble. So that's a good thing. And then next one is the formula of negotiation. It's about power, time, and information. These are the things that you want to have. You want to have power, time, and information. When we're going to start with power, I have 14 points here. Competition. You want to create a competition. I'm proposing an idea to my boss. And my boss asks, okay, well, that's an okay idea, but who else have you talked to? And I say, I talked with Jack and James and Pat, and they all said that it's not a good idea. Ooh, not going to work. You should make people go with the idea. And when you propose to your boss, then you'll say yes, Pat, James, and Jack, they all agreed, this is good. And he'll be like, yes, good, right? Legitimacy. So I print a sign that says closed. And I put that to the restaurant's door. You know what people will do? They'll not go in. And so documents, signs, they have so much power in the West and also in the East. You don't ever want to go to the negotiation situation when you know that you have to close this deal. You have no other choice. You don't want to do that. The thing you want to do, you want to take risks. So you'll get better price. And people won't be able to kind of use you that much. Risk taking also you have a team. Oh, okay, you have a team. There's 3 people here. And I say, we are on this together. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. That what we should do as a team, we carry the risks together, so it's less weight on one's shoulders. Commitment. You want to make people committed to the process. You want to make them long-term partners, committed to this, commit their time and stuff. And expertise. Let's imagine you and me, we are negotiating right now. I have here Michael. Michael have written 1 book, 20 essays about the thing that you and I are negotiating. How do you feel? Do I have a powerhouse over here? Yes, I do. What you should do is find a person who have written 5 books and maybe 100 essays about the thing that we are negotiating and refer to him or her. Or you want to just say, I don't understand, honestly, I don't understand what you're saying. cut you. Please explain it more clearly so I understand. And we'll come down. Others' needs. So we are negotiating, and I'll say, like, when I say sentences, I'll say some things, and you kind of can figure out what I kind of want in the open discussion. So that's good. So that's something that you want to figure out. But what you really want is you want to know the real needs behind why we want to do this deal. And then you'll have more information and you'll make a better deal. Time, money, and energy. So, you and I were negotiating. I fly to you, I use money, and also use time. And then I use a lot of energy when I'm trying to sell something to you. So I'm more invested into you, and you have not invested into me. So I'm in a state where I'll lose more if I don't make the deal. So then I'll maybe go lower on the price. Reward or punishment. This is something when, if I'm the boss, my employee will think, maybe not aware of it, but he will know that I can either reward or punish them. And if they think that, I can reward or punish them, even though if that's not true, I cannot do it. But if they think that will give me more power if it's just an illusion. Identification. I want to ask you, why do you have the phone that you have right now? Is it Android or iPhone or OnePlus or Google phone? Why do you have it? And why don't you change the brand every year? It's because you identify with that brand. So you want to make people identify with you or your brand or your personal brand. You never know. Morality. This is something that all people have on the planet. In the East or the West, they might have a bit different morals, but we all have them. And we know deep down what is right and what is wrong. So when I say to you, you have all the power over me, but when I say to you, you can do whatever you want to do to me, but at least make it right. Make it right. I'm referring to your morals to make it right. Precedent is when I refer to something that happened to me in the past. Let's say we are making a deal. You say that, yeah, we don't need to sign anything because just make a deal, okay? And I say, oh, okay. But my friend got cheated. Like, he didn't sign anything, and then he was like cheated and left alone. And then I refer to your morals, to what is right and wrong. And also, I'm referring to that which you can relate to, right? Persistence. You want to be persistent on things. If they matter, you want to be persistent. You want to have some money from the insurance company because something happened and you lost a lot of money. If you you'll be a persistent. Or you'll say, I'm ready to go to the court on this, really. You are showing persistence, and that will give you more power on that. Show the immediate need and relevance and the value that you bring what you're saying while meeting their needs, and you'll get the price that you're asking for. Attitude, the right attitude. By the way, you are the worst person to negotiate for yourself. Let me tell you why is this. This is because we care too much about ourselves and we take it too seriously. And that's not good in negotiation. So what you want to do is you want to think, oh, okay. In your mind, okay. If everything goes wrong, will my life end? No, it won't. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, and then I think, oh, this is just a game and let's not take it too seriously. These are the ways I can use. And next one, we will jump into time, and we'll talk about this deadlines. Time. Okay, negotiation starts here, right here, and then this deadline, it'll end here, okay? And this time we have to make the thing happen. I want to tell you that these are just made up deadlines, right? It can be extended. You just ask. And I want to point out what to do when you don't know what to do. The thing that you want to do is nothing. You don't want to do anything. If you don't know what you're doing, do nothing. And if the deadline is here, okay, and that's only the deadline for the other party, what happens is there's a huge power shift, like when the deadline comes, because they have urgency and you have time. Next one is information. So information, if we are negotiating, I want to have as much information as I can have from you. About you, I want to know your motives and values and everything, as much as I can. So I want to start early. You should start as soon as possible. Do the research, and then you just ask the information, maybe from them, or you ask from other parties. But what you want to know is money, time, and real needs. What are their real needs? How much time do they have? What's the deadline? And how much money do they have? What is their budget? What is the real budget? And give if needed. Like, you want to give information to people if you're asking information from them. In Bible it says it's more blessed to give than to receive. So you want to give information to get information from others. And you want to get the information from third parties or associatives. And one more point is what no means. What is no? No is a moment when there's a maybe later. So if new information is shown or circumstances change, it might become yes. Soviet style is the last thing we're gonna go over today. Extreme win and lose situation. I want to use you as much as I can. I want to get all the advantage, everything from you, what I can, what you are willing to give to me. And how it goes is extreme initial position. I'm selling a watch to you, and I say, yeah, you asked the price, and I said, yeah, it was 100, as I said before. And you say, how about 10 euros? So they'll start very low. And then in my mind, I'll go like, oh, what? 10? Am I asking too much? There's doubt there. There's doubt. It'll create doubt. And then they will kind of penny pinch their way up a little bit. Usually they'll have less authority, like limited authority. They're negotiating on someone's behalf and they just kind of make decisions. And then emotional tactics. Crying is very powerful and it will create like emotional response on the people who see crying and they kind of want to help. So that's one tactic that they might use. Another one is silent treatment. So let's say you have a friend and suddenly you meet with him and then suddenly he just becomes very silent. And then you say, what's up? Everything okay? And they say nothing. And what you will think? You will think like, oh, have I done something? What happened? Or is his family okay? All these doubts come, right? So this is like a manipulation technique over here. And then next one is laughing. Laughing. You come and propose a prize to me and I laugh. I laugh to you. And then inside your mind you think, oh, what? Am I like proposing a weird, like, is it too, well, what is wrong? Okay. One technique. And then creating guilt. I might say, oh, I booked this flight to us to go on holiday and everything. And then you say, oh, I already told you that I'm busy on that weekend. And then I say, okay, well, I'll say to my friends who I told already that you don't care that much and stuff like that. So I create guilt in you. That's kind of techniques that some people will use, and most of the people who use this, what I've just told you, they're not even aware that they use them, because they learned from their childhood that that's something that works. So what do you want to do? Don't ever react. I laugh on your proposal. You don't react at all. And if I don't stop the manipulation, then you want to lower your voice and clear your statement. I'll lower my voice. Well, this watch is worth 100 euros. I make it very clear. Empathy as weakness. They see empathy as something that it's just weakness, or agreeing on something is weakness. Ignorance of deadlines. So they ignore. They might start early and everything goes well, but when the deadline comes, they're like, nah, nothing happened. And then the thing is, what is going on here is like one-shot deal. Like if I sell you watch with 100 euros and that watch is worth 1 euro, you'll notice that. At some point you'll notice that trust will be lost and you won't be dealing with me again. So this is also the reason why you shouldn't use this. I want you to just be aware of this, that people who will never need you, they might use this against you because they will not need you. And that's it. That's it for today. And on the next part, we'll discuss other techniques and how we'll create the win-win situation that we do want, because that's a long-term game. We are playing long-term. We are not just cheating people around. We are playing the long-term game. Next time I'll talk about those techniques, and I want to leave you with a thought. So, do you think that you are a good negotiator?